All right, citizens, take a deep breath and think before you let it go. We're here again with another episode.
Is that a fart joke?
No, that's another, that's a song about not having sex, actually.
Oh!
Yeah.
That was my jam.
Well, or not necessarily not having sex, but just thinking, was a song for young girls to be more, have more standards about who they choose to have sex with, if you will.
They didn't have high enough standards already?
Well...
Was that like a thing back in the day? Girls were just fucking anyone?
I guess it just depends on who you ask.
Who was this guy asking?
I guess he was asking young girls not to have sex.
Yeah, but I feel like... at least in my generation, young girls already had very high standards.
Well, again, it depends on who you ask. Not all of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you worked for it, man.
Not all of them.
Okie dokie.
They're out there.
See, man.
They're out there. They are out there. But we're in here.
We're in here.
Yeah,
and we're talking to you.
Yeah.
On the other side of that camera, probably. Hopefully, maybe.
Yeah.
Do really know. Up next, I want to talk about property tax avoidance.
Okay.
Because you know us, tax fraud is our number one goal here.
Well, yeah, job security, right?
Something like that. So, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but it is quite easy in Missouri to get out of paying personal property tax.
Oh, yeah?
Because personal property tax is based on what you own. What vehicles, cars, trailers, motorcycles, boats that you own on January 1st of the year.
Yeah.
So if you just don't own anything on January 1st, you don't have to pay any personal property tax. So if you just have someone who lives in another state, you sell them all of your stuff on December 31st, buy it back on January 2nd.
Every year?
Every year. If you have a lot of property, this would be worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and expensive property.
Like if you did the same for this other person in the other state?
Well, hopefully their state has different rules.
Yeah.
So where they only have to pay, based on how long of the year you own it. So that guy only have to pay, 1/100th of the full taxes. He only owned it for 2 days. And you don't got to pay anything. Or maybe he's just in a state where there is no personal property tax.
I don't know that anyone would be willing to take the time to do that every year. Like maybe if they could hire someone to sign.
Or if you just were really rich and you own 2 homes, you could just sell it to yourself in another state. Which would actually work. I believe that would work. You wouldn't sell it to yourself. You would have to re-register the vehicle in
the other state.
That's now they say it out loud. That's probably not worth it.
That's a lot of standing in line, and
yeah, that would be a little bit annoying.
Just pay the taxes. The house always wins.
But I did kind of technically do that with my car. So I sold my car on December 13th, and I bought my new car January 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
So I was only without a car for about 3 weeks, and I didn't have to pay any property tax on it for a whole year.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. By me. Let's go. Great planning. Saved myself a couple $100.
Well, and you worked it out like that on purpose.
Yeah, that was intentional. Yeah. Obviously. Come on. I'm almost insulted you wouldn't think it was intentional.
Yeah, man. The governor's going to come after you, man.
No, they can't. I'm not breaking any laws.
Yeah.
They just have the laws written terribly because it's cars you own on January 1st. For some reason, instead of cars that you owned.
Huh.
For the year. I don't know. It's weird. Why do they do tax like that in Missouri? Who knows? No one knows.
That is strange.
They do. Or you could just every year, you just buy a new car. Sell your car on December 31st, buy a new one January 2nd.
Yeah.
Never to pay property tax on it.
That'd be a pretty baller lifestyle, man. New car every year.
There's lots of people that do it.
New year, new car.
New year, new car. Yeah. And me. No tax.
That would be baller as fuck.
It wouldn't really be that baller. Your car doesn't depreciate that much in value in a year.
Yeah.
It does a little bit.
But still, to just be like, it's about time to get a new car. The year's over.
Should I do that?
Want to just get a new car
every year?
That'd be pretty baller. I'm not gonna lie, man.
It's probably too expensive. There's other things that are worth more money, but Yeah, there you go, folks. If you want to avoid tax and you're in Missouri, that's how you do it. You're welcome. I wonder if the same works for, I don't know if the same works for real estate tax, but you might be able to sell your home on January 1st.
Fuck that. Then you gotta move every year?
Well, you sell it to someone and then buy it back.
And just buy it back. Like, I changed my mind again this year.
Yeah, it happens. That happens all the time. You just have a friend, you just sell it to them, and then you buy it back, and then you're good to go.
That's gotta be some kind of fraud, I'd imagine.
No, it's avoidance.
Yeah.
It's not illegal. Probably. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah. Speak
to a lawyer.
I'm sure, there's some kind of loophole.
I mean, with house, it seems a little bit more
Yeah.
illegal, but with cars, it's definitely fine to do that. Totally legal. No issues could ever come from it. Do talk to a lawyer, though, before you decide to do it.
Yes, please. Yeah.
We're not responsible for any jail time you get.
Yeah. No good ideas coming out of this podcast about legal stuff. I don't think. I wouldn't say.
What about the one where we were beating the guy that was hanging on
Yeah, no, that was bad, man. That's a dark road. We should be more about, spreading love and positivity and butt cheeks.
All right, that's the title. Love, positivity, and butt cheeks.
I couldn't help it. Yeah,
positivity and butt cheeks. The three most spreadable things. Should we put peanut butter in there too?
Yeah, you got it.
Love, positivity, peanut butter. We'll see how it feels. There you go, folks. Always having a good time.
Yeah.
Well, another this was in an article that I found, but I was just playing with a rubber band at work because I was bored because I had nothing to do, right? And it reminded me of a fun little logic puzzle I'd like to present you with. Okay.
Okay.
Little predicament to the viewers as well.
All
so
right.
let's say you got a rubber band.
All right.
Okay. And this rubber band can stretch. It just can stretch infinitely. There's no end to its stretchery.
All right.
Okay. And you have a little ant. It doesn't have to be an ant. I mean, it could be anything, really. There's an ant, and he's on the rubber band. Okay?
All right.
And he's going to try to walk from one end of the rubber band to the other end of the rubber band.
Okay.
That's his goal.
All right.
Okay, and he's going to move, let's just say, hypothetically, he's moving an inch every second.
Okay.
And the rubber band starts at 1 foot.
Okay.
Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Ant, inch every second, rubber band, 1 foot, can stretch infinitely.
Okay.
Okay? The rubber band is going to stretch a foot every second.
All
okay?
right.
So the ant's moving an inch a second, rubber band's moving a foot every second.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Does the ant ever reach the end of the rubber band? And if so, how long does it take?
I'm gonna guess because, I'm not even gonna pretend to know. I'm gonna guess no.
Okay. Any reason why you might say that?
I mean, if the rubber band stretches on for an infinity and it's gonna keep stretching, then yeah. I don't like with the inches and the amount of distance per second. I don't know doing the math if he would eventually catch up. But like I said, I'm just gonna guess no.
Okay. What if I told you that the rate at which either of these things are moving does not matter?
Oh, well then no. If the goal is always moving, and then how would he ever catch it if he's...
He will always catch it.
Why?
Because that's how math works. Because when he's on the rubber band, when you stretch the rubber band, it's not just stretching in front of him. It's also stretching behind him. Right, so it's pulling him along a little bit as well.
Okay. See, I didn't factor that in. I was just the goalpost is just moving.
Yeah, it looks like, and it is moving for quite a while. Now, in my scenario with the inch, the ant's moving an inch.
Yeah.
And the rubber band's moving a foot. It would take the ant about 2 days to make it to the end. And it would stretch about 31 miles.
Oh, wow. Okay, see, I never would have taken the time to calculate that.
Well, that calculations are pretty easy. You don't have to. I just did it just as a fun thing, in case you're at home or that doesn't make any sense. But it works with any rate, like I just said. So the original problem is the band is stretching a kilometer a second.
Yeah.
And the ant is moving a centimeter every second. That's the original problem. And in that one, he will make it to the end. It'll take him longer than the universe has been alive, and it'll stretch longer than the universe is wide, but he'll make it there.
Jesus, man.
He'll make it there. It'll happen. He will.
Yeah. All right. This week's aneurysm brought to you by an ant and a rubber band.
An ant and a rubber band.
Yeah.
It's a classic little brain teaser for you there. And the reason is just because it's kind of at a constant rate, right? Whenever the ant is walking, when it stretches, he never loses percentage on the rubber band, right? Like if he's halfway in and it stretches, he's going to be halfway,
Okay.
no matter what. So whenever he makes a step, whenever he walks, he is making progress on the rubber band, no matter how small. Might be very, very small, but he's making progress. And because of the rate that the rubber band is accelerating is constant, it's just, it's 1 kilometer every single second, he will eventually, inevitably, make it to the end. Now, if the rubber band was stretching like twice as long every second, then he wouldn't make it to the end.
Yeah.
Then he would not.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But that's math for you. You know I love math.
Yeah, man. That's, I mean, like I said, I do respect the fact that, like, math is. And, like, it's, like, the one thing that, like, as humans we can all agree on. For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Well, let me run another one past you. This one, my dad told me a long time ago. It had me thinking about when I was just a kid, walking to the bus stop. I was trying to just wrap my head around it. Let's say you're shooting an arrow.
Okay.
Got a bow, you got an arrow, you're shooting at a target. You release the arrow. Okay, what's the arrow going to do? It's going to hit the target, right?
Yeah.
But what's it got to do first? It's got to go halfway. Okay?
Okay.
And then, to get the target, it has to go another halfway. Right? A quarter. Right?
Right.
Half of the half. And then it has a new distance, and it has to go halfway. It has a new distance, and it has to go halfway. You can always cut, no matter how small the distance between the arrow and the target, there's always half of that.
Okay.
So how does the arrow ever reach the target? If it always has to go halfway.
I mean, eventually, like, if it's moving, it's gonna, like, because, I mean, regardless of, like, the target being there, it's still going in that direction. So, like, I mean, eventually, like, that camera's physically there, just because, like, I threw something, in that direction. Eventually, it's gonna be where the camera is. Like, if it's, just going along.
But it's going...
Doing its
But
thing.
no matter how close it is, though, like before it hits the camera, no matter how close it is, it could always just travel halfway and then another halfway.
But it is still traveling, though. That's the thing. That's why eventually there is no halfway, because...
But there always is a halfway. That's the point.
Well, no, the camera is the stopping point, though. There's no half the camera.
Well, but before it hits the camera.
Yeah, but
There's
eventually
halfway.
it will, because it's traveling. It's traveling, man. That's how traveling works. You get, like, you're moving.
You're moving.
Yeah,
there
it's
you go.
motion. I don't have the fucking, the scientific jargon, man. But, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, if you want the mathematical explanation for it, it's because 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8 plus 1/16 forever does actually equal 1.
Oh.
It just does. That's just math.
Well, there you go.
It's kind of a stupid explanation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just does. So there you go. Very fun. Lots of math. We'll get off the math for all you people who just clicked off. If you're still here, thanks for sitting through with the math. I love that.
And not taking our lunch money.
But here's my next question. I proposed this to Big D over Discord. Okay, let's say you got a house. Okay, and you got insurance on it that covers an act of God.
Oh, okay.
Which usually covers, lightning storms, thunderstorms, tsunamis, earthquakes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But if you are the one who causes the act of God, right? Like if you drill a hole that causes an earthquake or something, is it still considered an act of God?
How are you gonna drill a hole that causes an
I don't
earthquake?
just like maybe you have like a machine that like makes a thunderstorm and it zaps the shit out of your house.
Yeah. Well, then no, it's not an act of God anymore. It's an act of you.
So insurance would not cover that.
Yeah. If they knew you did it, they were like, dude, it was on the news that you have that thunderstorm machine.
It wasn't me. I'm related to that shit. You don't think it would count?
There's a press conference. No, it wouldn't count. It's not an act of God if you did it.
Okay, so what if then, okay, hear me out here. It comes out, and I'm probably going to get a lot of flack for this, but it comes out God isn't real. Somehow there's some proof, which would never happen. Hypothetically, guys, this is a hypothetical. Okay, comes out, we're able to definitively prove there is no God.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't that
And then,
undo
like,
insurance?
Yeah, like what would happen to insurance? Would The next time someone's tree falls on a house, would it be covered?
Maybe they would change it to like act of nature.
But before they change it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a time period there, right? Obviously, they would change it.
Yeah,
right?
that would probably, this case would probably spark them to change it. I would assume. Like,
there'd be a case of some greedy insurance company out there like, well, it wasn't an act of God. There is no God.
Right, yeah.
They'd have to change it.
Yeah, and everybody in legislative like, we knew it was coming. Somebody was going to do it.
And it's something to think about, folks.
Yeah.
Do you really want to be insured for an act of God?
I mean,
maybe it's not. Maybe
it would
it's not
better.
God. Maybe it's George.
It would be better to
across the street playing with his wind machine. What if it's not you doing it though? What if it's someone else?
Yeah, like an act of Steve.
Yeah, an act of Steve. Right. That's a nice thing, because then it's like you're not committing insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe
you
you
just
would
got some guy doing it.
Have to sue the guy then. At that point, it would just be property damage.
Oh yeah. But then so the insurance isn't paying out though. They're just. Is it the sue? And
yeah, you would probably end up having to just sue. I would imagine.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Man, insurance companies, get your shit together, okay?
Oh
man. Next question here I got for you is: do you ever feel like a plastic bag floating in the wind?
I mean, I've gotten down on Katy Perry a time or two. I can't lie. One of my favorite movies of all time, American Beauty. Which I don't know if it's still okay to say that because we've talked about Kevin Spacey.
Did he like molest kids or something? What happened?
Yeah, on sets of movies.
Okay.
But he starred in this movie called American Beauty, and it starts out with this weird kid just filming a plastic bag blowing in the wind. It makes me wonder if that's why she wrote that.
Well, I figured out why she wrote it because I saw out my window on the 8th floor a plastic bag floating in the wind.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Did it, like, stop and hit you in the feels for a sec?
No.
Oh.
I just saw it there, and I was like, damn, that must have been what sparked the song. So, obviously, I wrote it down in the Discord, and it was great. It was one of the windy days, and it was, like, it was up there, man. Like, it was, like, on the 8th floor, it was, like, eye level.
Oh, wow.
On the 8th floor. It was way up there.
That is kind of
cool. Yeah, it almost hit the flagpole. The top of the flagpole. So.
That's a really unnerving view when you're up there that high. Because I used to, I was a floor tech. I would clean the carpets and like do the stripping and the waxing of the ceramic floor.
Stripped
and waxed the floors, like those little, like when you get out. Well, you don't take the elevator, so when you come out of the stairwell, and the little in between portion, like where people do get off the elevator, the little like ceramic parts of the floor, that portion we would lay stripper. You mop the floor really good, and then you wax it and buff it, and then you wax it. Yeah, it would take like a couple of weeks to do the whole building because we would only come and work like 7 or 8 hours at night. But like when we were doing the carpet cleaning, like in the cubicles and stuff, like you could see how it's a really unnerving view from up that high and like looking down on the town and out at the fucking river.
I don't think it's that weird. Maybe it's weird like with the higher you go, but on the 8th floor it doesn't. It's not that crazy.
Really unnerving. Man, it's just it makes you think about how small we are, in the big scheme of everything.
Well, you're only looking at a town. You're not even looking at like space.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Just looking at a small town.
Yeah, exactly. Like it only gets bigger. It's fucking nuts, man. We're just like a speck.
No, I think we're smaller than a speck.
But there's stuff that's like way smaller than us. That's like even small. Like it's nuts, man. Like.
Feels like you're an ant on a rubber band?
A little bit, yeah, dude.
Will you make it to the end?
I don't think so.
No, you will.
Well, no, yeah, eventually.
It is definitively proven you will make it to the end.
Okay.
No matter how long you must go.
What if the ant stops walking?
Well, then you won't make it.
Yeah.
Then you're not making it.
Yeah.
I had to break it to you.
Yeah, man.
All right. The last question that we have before we go into freeforming it, which I do have a couple things. Is would you rather always smell a hint of onion or a hint of fish? I don't know if I put this one on the community yet. I think I might want to ask you about it. Is the hint of onion like making you cry? Is that like why you don't want to smell it, or does onions smell that bad? 'Cause I've never been like, oh man, this place smells like onions and wanted to leave. Like, are onions that bad? And I'm
it's not a pleasant smell. I like onions, but even still, like, if like the room just smelled like onions, like, I don't know if I'd want to hang out in that room and then, like, everything on me smells like onions, or...
Fish, though? Like, fish is real bad.
Fish is pretty bad, but I like fish, too, though. Like, I know most people don't like
No one likes the smell of fish, though. I don't know, I just feel like I've never been in any situation and been like, oh, is that onions? Like, I've never done that, but I've definitely done that to fish.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't think that would be that big of a
I don't know, maybe I think everything smells bad, so...
Yeah.
Maybe I just never realized it was onions that was smelling bad, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think you'd want to hang out in a room that just had a strong aroma of onion in there.
You say it was a hint, though.
Well, if it's like always, like anything you're trying to enjoy, like somebody, hey, here's a fresh brownie, and like, oh, it smells like brownie, but it smells like brownie with a hint of onion, or brownie with a hint of fish.
I think there are people out there. I think I've met. Who have I talked to that smells something? Was it AJ?
I don't know.
I think I've talked to someone who said that. I think it was AJ. You should ask her about this.
Yeah.
I might be totally wrong and putting you in a horribly awkward situation.
Yeah.
But I think she said that she had like something or another, like some condition or something happened to her where she always smells something gross. I think she said it was it cigarettes?
Damn.
She always smells cigarettes? You'll have to ask her. I don't remember this. I could be bullshitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, like she has something that just makes her always smell a hint of something gross. So this could happen to you.
Huh.
You could be smelling fish the rest of your damn life. So be careful what you wish for.
What has to happen to you though?
I don't know. Ask her, man. I don't remember.
Well, what if it's not even her? And then she's like, "What are you talking about?" You know?
And just say, "Oh, never mind."
And like, how do I ask her? Like, "Hey, does something happen to you?"
No, here's what you just go up to her and say, "Hey, a weird question, but do you have anything wrong with your nose?" And she looks at you like you're crazy, and she's like, "Yeah, I told you it was a weird question." And then you turn around, you put your finger to your ear, and you say, "The intel was off." Repeat, "The intel was off."
No.
And then you walk away.
No.
Come on, funny.
No. Or like, what if she does, and then she's like, "Oh, so what? That's funny to you?" Or you like is this a joke?
Laugh. You just add. You're curious to know.
In awkward situations, man.
You're gonna laugh. Well, get Jennifer in on it then, you know?
What? No, man.
Jennifer, here's the deal. I need you to help me ask AJ.
Because then, it's just...
If she has some messed up nose issue.
Right, like, how do I... Just, like, why do I need to know that bad? To where it's like, look, okay.
Oh, you tell me, man. Is it really worth you finding out about it?
I'm okay with that being one of life's unsolved mysteries, man. I don't need to, because I don't know how to have that conversation with her or anyone else.
It's okay. We both know Jennifer's watching this, and she'll have it for you.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess she'll just
she will engage it for you.
Yeah.
She'll like slap you and AJ together for some reason. And be like, Darius had a question for you.
Right, yeah, that's exactly, like, Darius thinks it's funny, your nose is fucked up. I'm just gonna be like, yep.
Don't do that, Jennifer. Make it better for him. Come on, he's suffered enough. Poor man. He's gone through enough.
We all have our roles to play,
I suppose we do. Yeah. Well, you got anything interesting to share? Been a little quiet the whole episode.
Well, I mean, we went on a math tangent, man. So
yeah.
I do have to we have to put out a correction. We spread some misinformation. I was wrong about when they Hulk Hogan did have to testify that he didn't have a 10-inch dick, but I was wrong about the trial that it was in. I said it was during the steroid trial. And it wasn't. It was during a trial where he was suing the company that released the audio of him having sex with his friend's wife. He sued the company that put out the porn. And in that deposition, they asked him if he had a 10-inch penis. So I apologize. I got my Hulk Hogan testimonials confused.
I just love how there's multiple.
Yeah, there's more than one.
And the 10-inch penis comment applies to both.
But yeah, man. Yeah, the
Has there
Hulkster,
been more?
man.
Is there any more that he's been in?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are other court cases, but like, just more stuff. Like his daughter was actually in the news the other day. She was just saying how like
She Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, that was probably offensive. I'm so sorry.
I mean, hey, if that isn't a porno, I'm sure it will be at some point.
Oh, no. Not with the daughter, though, presumably, right? Maybe. Well, maybe,
mean,
you know what?
Hey, people fall on hard times. You never know what can happen.
Or on good times. I mean,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be a down. It doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Yeah, but she was just saying how she hates that, like her kids are now like getting swept up into the family drama of
that's,
being a Hogan.
That's a true tragedy.
Yeah.
That's the question. Like, would you be famous, but like bad famous? Well, obviously not.
Would I be willing to be infamous?
Yeah, would you be willing to be infamous if like you got big money?
Yeah.
Even though, well, I guess you're not gonna have any kids, so I guess that wouldn't really matter to you.
Yeah.
Well, what if poor Pierre had to get caught up in the drama?
I mean, if like we did like get famous and we did adopt, and they like, I mean, that's a small price to pay, man. I feel like that, like it goes back to there's no free lunch, so like, oh, does it suck that everybody's in your business and like you're in papers and stuff? It's like, yeah, but like your name's gonna live on forever. You're. They call him the immortal Hulk Hogan. Like people are gonna talk about him. 50 years from now, like it'll be a fucking case study of this pathological liar that rose to fucking fame and had a whole generation of kids saying their prayers and eating their vitamins while he was behind the scenes being a menace.
I don't know. I just don't know if I could do it, man.
It's a fair trait. You don't think?
I don't know. I mean, I've never been a big fan of money, so I think that's probably the big thing.
Well, yeah.
For me, but I don't know, man. It's just like let's think of all the people that get like your mom, your dad, your aunt, your dog, like all these people that would just be targeted of
swept
hate.
Up in that.
And you'd be at least in part responsible for it. I mean, obviously you aren't, doing the hate or anything, and it isn't really your fault that they're getting hate, but if you didn't get famous, they wouldn't be getting hate, at the end of the day.
But if you didn't get famous, they wouldn't have...
Have what? What are they going to have?
A hot tub.
I'm not giving them anything.
Oh, well... No, I wouldn't I wouldn't be that kind of famous. Because that's the thing, especially if it was affecting other people, I'd be really generous with my money. Because, like, money isn't important. Like, but... Oh, I can't say it's not important, but, like...
I don't know, I just don't feel like...
I wouldn't be stingy with it.
I wouldn't feel like a hot tub could repay emotional damage.
I don't know,
I would feel bad if I was like, oh, you got another hate comment? Let's buy you another hot tub. Like, I mean, obviously that's not how it would go down, but I feel like that's how my brain would see it, at least in part. And I wouldn't really like that.
I feel like it would be really hard to be depressed in a hot tub. And even if you weren't...
I think that's the most likely place to be depressed.
What? In a comfy, like, fucking... Nah,
yeah, because you're like, what more is there in life? You already have it all.
Nah, let me turn on the TV and see. In my hot tub.
I don't know.
Man.
I've been in many hot tubs.
I've been in a few. I'd like to get in another one.
There's always like a big, chunky, fat guy sitting next to you.
Not in your own. Not in your own hot tub.
How is it going to get cleaned? You don't have a pool boy?
Oh, well, for a hot tub, you need a pool boy?
I would assume so, don't you? I've never
At
had
some
a hot
point.
tub.
I mean, like, I would assume that they would just come over, clean it, and then leave. Like, wow.
I feel like you'd want on standby.
Nah, man. There's not going to be... I mean, in my house, there wouldn't be anybody just on standby.
You wouldn't have a butler?
Maybe a chef. Maybe. But fuck no, definitely not a butler.
No butler?
No. Because the more people, like, just in your house, like, that's, like, more people you would have, paranoia about. Because, like, especially, like, if I didn't meet someone until I became rich, there would never be that, like, trust level that you would have with someone that knew you beforehand.
But do you need trust to live in the same house as someone?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough, though. What if it was a really big house, though?
No, that would be even worse because then there's more places for them to hide or plot against you.
Okay, what if it was like a neighborhood? So you had your own house and they had their own house.
Yeah.
And then when you needed them, they would just drive to your house.
Oh, and just come
and they'd
by.
only be like 3 minutes away.
That'd be kind of cool.
You just own a neighborhood.
That'd be cool, but I would like it would still be kind of scary, like because like what if the neighborhood decided to turn against you? You know.
Then you sell their houses.
Oh shit! Yeah. Then but then you would definitely have people that hated you. Then, you know.
What are they gonna do? It's gonna be a gated community.
Yeah.
They want to be able to get in.
Close the gate. Come and beat the shit out of you.
How would they close the gate?
I don't know, if the whole community turned on you, wouldn't the guy that like works the gate live there too? You know, they'd be like at the fucking I don't know what they call it, the homeowners association.
I mean, I feel like you're not Bruce Wayne in this enough. You know, you gotta like have a secret cave where you have full control over everything. You can override anyone. You know,
that'd be pretty.
Like if you're giving some random guy full control over your gate, I mean, you're asking for it at that point. You're obviously not gonna do that.
Yeah, that goes to show you why I'm not rich, man. I don't have rich.
You'd never cut. You wouldn't make it being rich, right?
Yeah, probably.
That would be crazy to own a neighborhood, and everyone in the neighborhood is just like your servant. Like you got a chef, you got a gardener, you got a pool boy, and they just have their own house.
Yeah.
And they just like come and work for you whenever you need them. He's like on standby. That'd be kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Is that anywhere? Is there anyone in the world where someone just owns?
I'm sure there is.
And everyone in the neighborhood works for the mansion in the neighborhood.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be kind of. That's like, that's a start of a TV series right there.
Yeah. I imagine though someone would get jealous and try to bring you down.
Exactly, that's the plot.
Yeah.
This seems great. We should.
Yeah, you would definitely. This. Yeah. What would you? What would you call it? The neighborhood?
I mean, that works.
Yeah.
That seems too simple.
Yeah.
It's like the neighborhood, but like the O's are I's.
Oh, shit.
Logo action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should. Hey, man. Like, hey, you heard it here first, folks. So if you see this in the wild, you know where they got it.
This would be crazy. We should actually like film that, huh? Can we hire a studio?
Well, hey.
Is that expensive?
Comment down below. If you
want to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We could be the mansion owners. It could be reality TV.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
That would be pretty fun.
That would be really fun. But we'd have to be really rich first.
Yeah. Well,
that's a little unfortunate.
I figure that part out.
But, you guys got to start commenting, and subscribing, so we can get rich enough to own a neighborhood to shoot a reality TV show in.
Man, then you can come work there. In the neighborhood, like we could build like a theme park.
Yeah, we would have a in-house theme park in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy. We'd go hard.
You know you're in the right neighborhood when you see the Ferris wheel. Like over the horizon.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, you're getting close.
Oh man, that'd be crazy. That does sound like a great video game, movie, TV series, reality TV show. That'd be.
Yeah.
There seems like there's so much content in that. We gotta hire an agent, copyright this shit, make millions off of it.
Yeah, man.
I think we're onto something here.
Yeah.
Might be our best idea yet.
Maybe this is our out, man.
This is our out. We started podcasting. We're gonna end neighborhood in Houdini. Wait, we could call it Neighbor Houdini.
Neighbor.
Never mind. We're scratching that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know if I have much else.
Oh, I got plenty
on the docket. Well, what else is going on, man?
Well, I gotta talk about the car wash. Okay. So naturally, since I bought a new car, I want to keep it kind of clean.
Yeah.
So I took it to the car wash, and the car wash, the prices are just way overpriced. They want to charge you $30 for a car wash, right? Which is absurd. It's a lot of money for a car wash. But I'm like, whatever, give me your $30 car wash. And they're like, well, if you sign up for our subscription, we'll give you the car wash for just $25. And I'm like, you frickers. Why couldn't it just be more money for the subscription and not less money with the subscription, right? Because if I don't get the subscription, I pay $30. If I do get the subscription, I gotta pay $25.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, all right, I'll do it. You know I love saving money. That's probably the thing I love more than giving into terrible business practices. So I'm like, whatever, I'll sign up for your stupid subscription. Obviously, I asked how to cancel it. They're like, oh, you just got to come back and tell the guy you want to cancel it at some time, whenever. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Pay my $25, go through the car wash, get my car wash, drive home, and like a week or two later, I go back through and I'm like, yo, I want to cancel my subscription. And they cancel my subscription. And that was that. But now I'm wondering, because all they asked for the subscription was my phone number. Like, if I just go back through, can I just keep getting subscriptions for $25 a month and just get 2 car washes in the month and then cancel it? And then I'm just getting 2 car washes for $25 and then 1 car wash for $30? Like, how are they going to know that I had a previous subscription if I gave them a different phone number?
Well, yeah, they probably didn't think that anybody would go through the trouble.
It's not really that hard. Like, you just drive up. They tell you we're running a special because they're always going to be running the special because they're a car wash company. And then you say, yeah, sure, I'll sign up for it. You give them a phone number. Give them $25. And then at some point in the next 30 days, you just go back through and say, I want to cancel.
Oh, but you have to get a car wash to cancel it. You can't just go up there.
I mean, presumably you could drive there, say I want to cancel, and then, like, drive out. Yeah. I think there's a way out.
There's only one way out.
But let me tell you, they're running such a huge scam because the subscription rate, the first month, $25. Next month, $50. What do you need to pay $50 for unlimited car washes? You don't need a car wash like that often. Like, if you're getting a car wash, you need one, like, what, maybe twice a month?
Yeah, how often are you getting a car wash?
You shouldn't be getting one.
To make that, a good deal.
It's a horrible deal. And it's just really gross to me that they're preying on these people that are going to be like, oh, a $25 car wash, let me sign up. And then they forget to go cancel it. And then now they're paying $50, maybe even $100 before they noticed, uh-oh, I forgot to cancel that damn thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe they don't even cancel it. Maybe they're like, whatever.
I don't know, my wife just happens to like to go to the car wash, but I would just wash my own car. I wouldn't even bother to go to a car wash.
How many cars have you owned yourself and washed yourself?
I've washed cars myself. I've never owned a car, though.
Well, you got to go out and you got to buy, like, soap. You got to have a hose.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest part, having a hose.
Yeah.
Who has a hose nowadays? I don't.
Yeah. We have a few.
Yeah, and that's my problem. I would probably wash it myself if I had a hose. Nah, I probably still wouldn't, honestly. I'd take it back. I'm not doing that much effort.
That's one of the few things that makes me feel like a man, like out
washing
there washing the car. Yeah.
Just mowing your lawn.
Well, yeah, dude. Oh, man. And which I'm going to have to get into that tomorrow.
Oh, lawn mowing season.
Yeah, it's back.
Let's go.
It's actually overdue. I actually should do it today, but I don't want to freak him out while his mom's not here.
I think now is probably the best time. He's so tired he wouldn't even notice.
Well, you might have.
You take him out there with you?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Oh, is he like a vacuum? He doesn't like it?
Well, no, not that. But like if he saw like a squirrel or something, or like somebody rode by on a bike, I would hate for him to take off.
You would, yeah. Then you would probably fall over, and the mower might get tipped over. Yeah. And then it might land on him.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be able to mow the lawn with him holding his leash.
Well, you'd probably tie it to your waist or something, right? Isn't that how most people mow their lawn with their dog?
I don't know that people mow their lawns with their dogs. I don't know that I've ever seen that.
Well, I mean, how do you walk? I mean, walking your dog and mowing the lawn is like a 2-for-1 deal, man.
Nah, dude.
Someone's got to have a special harness or something.
Nah, man.
No?
Nah, dude.
Well, let's make one.
Nah,
seems like a great idea.
No, it doesn't. Because, like you said, like if you did tip over or something, and like nah, dude, that's just asking for trouble.
Sounds like a great idea to me. We just make sure you use a lawnmower that when it tips over, it automatically turns off.
Well, yeah, there you go. But then, too, if the lawnmower tips over, you're probably letting go of the little dealie, so it probably would go off. Because you got to hold down the...
Well, no, because you would duct tape your hands to it, right? So that way you're not tempted to, like, grab the leash?
I can't foresee anybody just wanting to duct tape themselves to anything, let alone a lawnmower, man.
I mean, I've duct taped myself to a lot of things, but I haven't yet done a lawnmower.
Yeah?
Doesn't seem that bad, though.
I don't know, because...
I mean, how would it be... It wouldn't be much worse than a go-kart, right? We've all done that.
No, Because ultimately, afterwards, you got to peel all the fucking duct tape off, man.
Never use soap?
So, like, what, you just...
Like, you take a Dawn dish soap.
Yeah.
And it comes right off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
Clearly, you've never duct taped yourself to a go-kart.
Yeah.
What an amateur.
Or anything. I've never duct taped myself to anything.
You never were like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if you guys duct taped me to the ceiling?
No.
And then your brother's friends were like, oh, yeah, that would be fucking hilarious. And then they grab a stool, prop you up to the ceiling, and duct tape you there. And then your mom comes home and says, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
And then they stop holding you and they don't have enough duct tape, so you just fall from the ceiling and bash your head on the kitchen table?
Nah, man.
No?
Can't say I've been there.
Alright.
So you duct taped yourself to the kitchen ceiling?
No.
Oh, no.
It was a hypothetical.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've never...
And I wouldn't be able to do it myself. You need people.
Well,
holding
yeah, but, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Alright, you can't do this yourself.
Silly me.
Team effort.
Yeah.
What do we got? Oh man, we got another 20 minutes. Woo!
Yeah?
Yeah, we still got. Hold on, I got a thing. I had things, and now they've ran away from me.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, man.
We got it. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't freak out. We can do it. Running club. There you go. Randy's Runners going strong.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've been having a great time. Just what was it, last week? It wasn't the best experience, I would say. We met at the Rungi Nature Center because someone wanted to go there. Turns out you can't run there. Turns out there's signs that say no running.
Yeah. So who met you there?
There was a lot of people that were there. So,
Okay.
Anyways, we were all there and we couldn't run because the sign said no running. So we ended up just having to jog around the parking lot. It was kind of lame. So that one was kind of a bust. But now you know to not go to the Rungi Nature Center because there's no running allowed. Also, no biking allowed either. In case you're curious, don't go to the bike either.
What made you pick that place?
And one of the members said that they thought it'd be a good place to go, and I guess they just didn't realize there was no running.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a little upsetting, but I've been getting active, been grooving. Still run to work every morning after I get out of my car.
From the parking lot?
Parking garage.
Yeah. So, like, how far of a run are we talking?
Like 2.5 blocks or something.
So, like, you're just running at full speed?
I mean, it's like a brisk jog.
Yeah.
I can't run the whole time yet. But I do then go up the stairs. So I run 2 blocks, and then I go up the stairs. 8 flights. Good times.
Jeez Louise, man.
And
Yeah,
then
and that's every day.
And then I fill my water bottle, drink some water. It's great. It's a good
Yeah.
time out there. And then...
That's ballsy, though, man. You're working up a sweat before you go sit in a cubicle all day.
Well, that's not that sweaty.
Yeah.
So it's very short.
I would be drenched.
2 blocks.
And then 8 flights of stairs? Yeah, dude. That would fuck my whole day up.
Well, let me tell you what I done on Friday. So on Friday, no one showed up to work. It was just me. So I had to go pick up a check from someone who was waiting outside. So they called. They were like, yo, I'm going to bring in a check. It's going to be money. You're going to need to meet me outside in 5 minutes. What do they say in the movies? Bring a gun or don't bring a gun. Make sure you're not followed. I don't know, whatever they say. They said that too, whatever they say in the movies. And I was like, all right, I'll be there. So I went downstairs, grabbed the check, and then I decided, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to run up the stairs.
Oh, man.
I wasn't tired from running 2 blocks. So I pretty much just ran. I mean, I did like two steps every step. You know what I mean?
You skipped a few steps.
1. I can't skip more than 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped a step every time, and I really pushed myself to get up there. That was exhausting.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
You weren't worried about bumping into anyone?
There's no one uses the staircase.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
You said it's like, yeah, you and one other guy?
I've seen one other guy in it, and then I've seen... Well, actually, my boss actually apparently uses it, which I was shocked by, because I've never seen her in it. And then... I usually see people go down it. I do not see people go up it. But
Yeah.
It's empty. I mean, there are a couple people that use it, but the chances they're going to be using it at the same time as you, especially because like, it wasn't going down, at like lunchtime or at a break time. It was just when I got the phone call.
Yeah.
So.
Now, you are at the same desi that gets the vendor no tax dues, right?
I don't handle them, but Sandy works on the same floor as me.
Yeah?
And I have seen her.
Yeah, is that weird?
I haven't talked to her, but I have seen her.
Yeah?
It's a little weird, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it's
cool,
more like that's her, but she doesn't know it's you kind of deal?
I mean, she might know it's me.
Yeah.
Maybe she's like, oh, I recognize that name. Well, I guess I don't have a nameplate yet, so she probably doesn't know it's me.
That's crazy, man. Worlds colliding,
Yeah, it is kind of wild. I'm just like, oh, huh.
It's an actual person.
Yeah, I'm like, there she is. That's a person. And then, like, I want to introduce myself at some point, but I just like think it'd be freaking weird because now it's kind of like I've been here a couple months. It's like, you remember a couple months ago when you would get emails from a guy named Marcel? That's me. Yeah.
I've emailed
like,
you so many times.
It's like she's not gonna remember me. Like, you think she emails people so many times? You think she's gonna recall 3 months ago that she got an email from a guy named Marcel?
Well, you never know though. Sometimes if you see something over and over again, your name might actually ring a bell. But it is a little weird that you would have waited like all this time to say something.
Well, and then it's also like, with us, when we've seen her name, it's just her name, right? It was her and like Karen Scholes pretty much were the only two names you would ever see.
Yeah.
And but like when they would see names from us, it was Derek, it was Darius, it was Jennifer, it was Faith, it was Marcel. Like, they would see a bunch of names.
Yeah.
So I feel like it'd be a lot less likely that they would remember our name versus us remembering their name.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah. Because, there was at least 6 of us in rotation at all times. Sending out the mail.
Yeah, so that's good. So I'm getting active. Still really fat for some reason.
Man, the older you get, though, you get your grown man weight,
Yeah, well, I gotta shed it. It's annoying as heck, dude. My pants, I went from having to wear a belt to no longer having to wear a belt to now my pants are tight, so.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we gotta go back down to not wearing a belt. Like, I'm fine with being a little bit hefty, but I need to, when I have to like stretch my pants to button it, I think that's when we cross the line.
Are you eating more these days, or like?
Yeah, I eat a lot more junk food. I think that's the problem. So I'm cutting back on that, and then I'm obviously getting a bit more active. So I think my pants were a little bit closer yesterday.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm making improvements.
What do you think is sparking the more junk food? Are you just bored?
Well, I think definitely at work because I haven't had anything to do.
Oh,
I was eating quite a bit of junk food at work.
Yeah.
I've cut back on most of that, but even like before I got my new job, when I was at DOR. Why did that take me so long to say?
Oh. Yeah, I know what
I was still putting on the pounds. So, but I think I like really accelerated my pound footage when I got my new job. I was like, oh, we need to back it up.
So it's that chill over there, man.
Dude, it is crazy. Friday. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so right now I'm gonna end up getting fired. They're gonna hear this shit. Okay, so I still don't have access to like essentially their equivalent of RP.
Okay.
Like I can go in and I can look at shit, but I can't do anything. I can't like edit. Like I have like call center access, and I need better access, right?
Yeah.
So someone has to come in and log in for me if I'm to do my job, my main job duty, which takes again like only like 2 hours tops of the day. Okay. Friday, no one was there to log me in.
Oh.
So
shit.
Friday, literally, did nothing. I sat around all day and looked pretty. That was all I did.
Fuck, man.
That was it. I scanned some documents in the morning, but again, that was like, that takes like 30 minutes to an hour.
Why haven't they given you access to the system yet?
Well, apparently there's some person who has to do it. It's not them. They can't do it. They have to ask someone else to do it. They've asked that person to do it, and they're lazy, a bitch, and annoying or something, from what I've heard, and they don't want to do it. I don't know. I don't really want to get into the details of it, I'm not going to sit here. But apparently the person who's supposed to give me access is...
A lazy, annoying bitch.
A lazy, annoying, yeah. That's the vibe I've got. I didn't use those exact words, obviously, but that's
the
way they talk about this person. That seems to be the implication there.
Damn.
Is that they are, and they like live in Iowa or some shit.
Oh.
So they don't like have anyone to check in on them and make sure they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. So, but I'm really hoping they give me that access soon because it's really annoying. It's really boring, man. Like I'm telling you, like. You know, if I have 2 hours of stuff, I can stretch that to like 4 hours. Yeah. You know, and then I have 2 hours of stuff in the morning that I can stretch. It's like 6 hours. You know, and then I've only got to sit around doing nothing for 2 hours, right? But it's like when I have an hour of work for an 8-hour day, that's impossible to stretch. You can't stretch that.
Well, and dude, that was a lot of why I stepped down from the supervisor position I was in is because they trusted me to find stuff to do, but if it's like, okay, I don't know how to do the main thing, what is that I'm supposed, and I would just be sitting there panicking, I'm not doing shit,
Yeah.
I need to be doing something, and I don't know, it just feels like at some point somebody would have been like, hey, why aren't you doing X, Y, and Z? You didn't know that, you were supposed to just not be sitting here not doing shit, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm just waiting for them to give me access. Once I have access and I can, kind of feel, how my day's going, then I'll probably... Because I just got another job duty. So I'm up to, 3 main job duties now.
Yeah.
And it kind of, if every day is, a busier day for all 3 of the job duties, it could take me, I could reasonably see myself taking all 8 hours to do them. But it'd have to be, a busy day for all 3 things. So, I don't really want to, I don't want to ask for more shit before I've already been given all my main shit, Yeah. And then they're going to put me on a bunch of shit, and I'm like, oh, no, it's too much.
Too much shit.
So I'm kind of waiting to kind of get the feel of the lay of the land here, see how it's going. But I definitely think I need more to do, because it's just not quite enough.
I don't know where we are on time, man, but he's wigging out. I don't know.
He's wigging out? We can just call it short.
Somebody in the
That's
driveway.
fine.
All right, folks. Well, we hate to...
He's looking at me. You want to come over here?
Not leave you satisfied, but I don't know if my fuzzy man has to pee.
I think you're satisfied.
Okay, well, hey.
Was that good for you as well?
Yeah. Well, hey. With that, as always, dog jump off bed.
Philosophy.
Are you just wanting to look out there?